the foliage, and if there's any like little missing like little patches or something, she'll use Druidcraft and put some more flowers and other shit. Really pack it in there, and then she'll take out if there's any like little holy symbol that she carved and made herself, and she'll close her eyes and hold it and be like, "Hi, Melora, ma'am. I know I said hi not too long ago, but I had like some weird dream and I was a wolf, which is kind of cool, and then they told me I had to find the moon. I don't know who the person was. They were glowing. It was kind of cool. It smelled like the sea, which is weird. I do not like the sea. But yeah, do you know if there's a moon that's called the moon, but it's not actually the moon?" All answers or none would be appreciated. Whatever you're feeling, I know you are a busy lady.
Okay. Jeez. You can go ahead and roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier. So +4.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever that dice is that keeps rolling nat 20s for you, you need to keep it secret, keep it safe. Yeah. So you roll a nat 20. You're sitting there. She's kind of she doesn't sound like a robot, but it's sort of like cutting out gravity. Yeah.
Oh, here. I can leave and come back.
Right now you sound fine. Too late now. She's
Oh, does it sound a little better?
you sound
Okay.
fine. Okay, nat 20. Man. Jeez. You are sitting there. Hmm. Let me think about this for a second. We're gonna That's so bad. I'm gonna cut away from you and go to someone else.
No, that's
Uh,
good. You're okay.
it's a nat 20, but it's not like she's got the cleric thing where she can just talk to people.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know.
oh Lord. Okay. All right. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Uh, Indy, what did you want to do? It's morning. It's kind of later, I mean, like, I was gonna go with you first, and then you disappeared. So we're going back to you. Okay. Go ahead and roll and add your dexterity modifier for the lock picking. I can do that. Give me 1 second, I'll tell you what it is, but go ahead and roll. Your dex is +3. Okay. And what are you doing for lock picking? What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Okay, well, it does not work the first time. But this is literally just a skill check. It's not, I mean, it could be over time, but we'll say this is the first time. You can try again. It's not bad, like you didn't break anything. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, you remember it's one of those things where it made perfect sense when there was someone there pointing things out to you. Um, and then you know that you're forgetting something and you're not sure what it is. Um, so as far as exercising, I mean, you do that. Is there anything specific? I mean, you're proficient in, so you're not, getting better or worse or anything for that. Okay. 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 We will get back to that. I'm going to go to Kyrian.
Hmm.
Uh, well, it's not looking stuff up. I'm just avoiding
The nat
horrible
20 on
people.
Can My God Talk to Me.
No, I'm not avoiding it. That's rude. Don't say
Well, I
that.
would be avoiding it if I were you. I'm not blaming you.
Okay, I'll have you roll and add your charisma modifier, but not proficiency. Or well, hang on, are you working on a spell? You're writing in a thing. You're not working on a spell today. You're practicing.
Yeah, he's just practicing a couple songs that he might have to play and stuff like that.
But you are practicing actually on the flute. So,
Yeah.
then yeah, then you can add proficiency. That's fine. We'll just see how it goes.
Okay. Da, 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 not so great. Da, 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 da. 12.
Right, it's okay. I mean, there's definitely like there is the kind of muscle memory aspect of things where there are certain times of day where your body is ready for certain things. And a lot of times in the morning you'd be like working on the ship, so like it isn't that you've never played in the morning, but like normally that's sort of after you're done kind of a deal. So this is maybe just because of the time of day more than anything that like your brain and your body is not quite in the right mindset, whatever. It's fine. Like you're proficient, it's fine. But it's not the best that you've ever done.
Okay.
Um, but you're definitely, I mean, you have a start.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. I feel like I'm avoiding everything. And then we're gonna go to Halak. Welcome. Hello. Uh, here's your map, sir. You you head on back. Uh, you guys go in the same door, so you actually enter in um via the kitchen. Um, and once again, as a sous chef, you're kind of basically what you do. Actually, it appears to be today. There's going to be a lot of like kind of polishing silverware and helping prepare, like to set the the dining room, there's like, let me get to the right. I need to be able to look at the actual map to describe this for you. You enter in the kitchen, but there is a formal dining room. And so at some point in the day, you will be taken to that formal dining room. And you get there. Let me find it. Formal dining room is here. Oh, yeah. You are taken out of the kitchen. All right, I'm coming back to your map. You're taken out of the kitchen, down this hallway, and then into the dining room, which would be here. So you haven't been in there before. So basically, yeah, it is right next to that hallway you went down previously. So that is a room you have not been in before. Are you, I mean, that's kind of the beginning of it. But you're welcome to roll perception because you are taken into the dining room, but then also you pass by other things. So go ahead and roll perception. Okay, south of you is a very large room. It's just kind of, it opens up into a huge open area. I don't know that you really kind of notice all that much in the hustle and bustle. So basically, big room that is south of you, and then you are taken, and as far as south of you, yeah, and then you're taken into the dining room, which you can roll. For that, you can roll investigation to kind of gauge the dimensions of that. No door. It's just bigger than you were expecting. But there's just people, like, you're kind of rushed through. I mean, there's a big crowd of people that's walking with you, and all of you are kind of rushed into the dining room area to start kind of setting stuff in there. Yeah, so the hallway you came down, there's no door. It just opens up into that huge room, but then there is a door into the dining room. Let me come back to your map, and I'm gonna say this better. I'm gonna use all the best words because I didn't. This hallway here. No, that's not the dining room. That's the big room. Like your token. Yeah, you go into the hallway from the kitchen, right, which is where you are. It makes a 90-degree turn right here. And then here, which you never got to before you just kind of couldn't see, because there is a wall that goes to like right where you drew it. It opens up into a huge room. That's the one that you kind of didn't catch much on. It's a large room of some sort. You're not sure. It's big. And then there's a doorway kind of right here, and that's where you go into the dining room, which is north. Is that the door? Okay, I'm just making sure. I thought you said box, but you did, but you meant like a symbol. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so you're up in the dining room up here, basically. But yes, go ahead and roll investigation or perception. I would accept either one. 26. Okay, yeah. No, you see the heck out of that room. You know things. You know for sure that it is immediately to the east of the two little storage closets. Like that, when you went out the back of the house on accident, like you peeked out that in the back, there are those 2 storage closets. This dining room is immediately east of that, but it is taller. It sticks out farther on the outer wall by about 10 feet. The dimensions of the room are 30 by 30. So that's a square room. And there are 3 windows in the northern wall. They are the center one is right in the middle. The other 2 are centered around that window, so there's they're basically like equidistant across. There is also a window in the 10-foot wall on either side, facing both. There's a western and an eastern window, and that wall that sticks out past those storage rooms. Does that make sense? Let me. Yep, 3 in the north, 1 in the east, 1 in the west. You feel like with that roll, you feel like this is probably near the center of the house. Like if you had to guess, just judging based off of like the size of the property that you have seen so far, and like the size of the rooms that were west of this, you feel like this is probably somewhere towards the center. Plus, it appears to be the formal dining room, so it would make sense for it to be somewhere kind of central, easily accessible. But yeah, a bunch of you are in there, and you're all kind of taking care of the silverware, setting the table, polishing the chairs a little bit, like dusting the chairs, making sure that they look okay. There are people moving in and out, bringing in not bouquets of flowers because it's too many days away, but like things where the flowers will be installed. Yes. What would you like to do? It's the main door. Just that one door. Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm at a different map, so ping it again. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll stealth. Okay. You are able to make it through that door, and you don't think that anybody noticed you go in there. Okay, you're in a ballroom. I'll just tell you that. If you want to, you can. You can change your appearance. You're fine. If you want to roll investigation to kind of, I mean, if you care, it's big. I'll take 14. All right. It's square. It's pretty obviously square. So it's like this. Yeah, so you can judge by the north-south wall that you are next to. Uh, you do not. Um, oh, yeah, there is a curtain uh at the bottom. I will say you don't see the whole thing. Yeah, there's a curtain in the middle, and then on either side. Sorry, that's my fault because I was on a different page. There's a curtain in the middle, and then on either side of that curtain is the wall. Um, there are windows. There are 3 windows on the western wall looking outside. Large, large windows. They aren't centered the way the ones in the other room were. The middle one is centered, but the other two are kind of right next to it, so it's almost like three kind of arched windows, uh, large. Just kind of like you could see outside on most of the western wall there. Yeah, yeah. You're disguised. You're in. If I remember, you didn't change your face at all. You just. Go ahead and roll. You know what? High or low? We'll just do that. I'll roll. Hey, you do see uh, one of the footmen. All right, they would work underneath the butler. You're still pretty high up. Like the butler's in charge of all of the staff, but the footman would be like second in charge. Like the butler had something that they had to do, or they were traveling with the family. The footman, yeah, that kind of thing. He has blonde hair, actually, he he's surprisingly similar to your hair color. He does have kind of a fuller face, but he's around your height. Okay. We'll say that this happened before you got into the ballroom. Okay. There is a door, and behind the curtain. So basically, just to be clear, you peek behind the curtain. It's almost like there's like a little alcove. It does not take up the whole length of the wall. Nope, this is in the center. There is one door. Okay. You do, and you see. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me 1 second. Woo. Um. Yeah. You walk down through the door into the kitchen. And yep. And one of the uh cooks Oh, wow, this map is getting exciting. I don't know what those are. What's happening on your map there? It is. You didn't. It's bigger than that. It's wider than that. You're fine. It's fine. Um. So you are in the kitchen, and you see one of the cooks looks up and kind of gives you a bow and says, I'm sorry, sir. Did you need something? Uh, okay. Here's the deal. This is my fault. No, it's a door. You were right with the ballroom door before. I was wrong about how many doors were on that wall. That's my fault. So, you came in through a central door here. Yeah, it's my fault. Oh, four because of this one over here. But yeah, so that's my fault. The curtain's in the middle. You came in through the middle door. There are two doors on either side. I want you to roll deception. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. Well, you've only seen one door, is what I will tell you. There's only one door into the ballroom that you know of. Okay, that's fine. You can still shake your head no, though. I am muted. Go ahead and roll investigation. You didn't. I mean, you kind of saw him walking around, but you didn't. You don't know. I mean, you saw him for just a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. Roll deception. With advantage because you look like him, but it's just a weird thing to do. Okay, it's fine. Like they're not super suspicious. They're just maybe a little like you hear behind you some kind of like snarky comments like, "Oh, he thinks he's so fancy, blah blah blah," like they think you're just like too good to talk to them. All right, so you're upstairs. You're in like the laundry room slash prep room. Your friend is there. Yeah, and you walk in and he kind of gives you a bow. Oh man, I gotta get me one of those. There's not like silverware up here. This would be the place where like the sous chef works. So there's like a cutting board, and then like if anything, there'd be a bunch of like uh kitchen knives, different like you know. And then, you do remember there. Well, I guess there's no way out of there. Never mind. Uh, well, yeah, there's also the laundry room. You could go kind of peek through that if you wanted to find something. Like it's just up at one end. It's basically at the northern end of that room is laundry stuff. Um, there's no way out over there. There's just um there's the two windows right on the eastern wall. Yeah, the only way out is like down through that hallway where the servants that leads to the servants' quarters. Uh, yes, but right. But there might be something. I meant there might be something in the laundry room for you to carry back down if you wanted to. Okay. 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 And you do that. Uh, that's a great question. Do you look like yourself? Okay. You walk into this room. I will say you get a good look at it. Go ahead and roll investigation. Uh, it is like a huge entryway. There are two. I mean, it was kind of like it was more that you got rushed past it. A bunch of people around you that you couldn't figure this out before. It is. There are two kind of like round shaped stairs on the east and the western side. It's not a round shaped room, but like the usable space is in a big open kind of circular space. And as you are walking down, um, a, a house servant comes up and says, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you?" Go ahead and roll deception. It's not a high DC. Oh.
All around me are familiar faces.
What exactly were you looking for? To the best of my understanding, you all don't need to know any more than the western part of the house. What's your name? May I get your full name, please? You don't. I mean, okay. Well, I know it's a great building. Uh, it's there's no reason to be wandering around though. Make sure that you stay where you're supposed to stay. I know there's a lot of interesting rumors about what the lady keeps in here, but it's best not to be caught where you aren't supposed to be. And he kind of watch as you leave. Back in the dining room. Hmm. Yeah, so basically the stairs, you would there enter them towards the southern part of the room, and then they just curve up to the second floor. And it just appears to be, I mean, it's decorated, there are plants and stuff like that. There's a nice rug in the middle. It appears to be just like a grand entryway kind of a deal. I mean, the people in there are the ones with you who are working to set the place up. He's not in the dining room with you, no. Hang on, let me come back to your map and see where you are when this happens. So you're like behind basically the wall. Okay. Yeah. And you see the guy that you saw earlier, and it just appears that this is kind of where um his post is. Yeah. He gives you a bow and kind of stands at attention as you walk. Okay, I will tell you, you would see, and you probably would have seen it before, but there is, hang on, let me make sure that I'm saying the right thing. There's another room through that bottom doorway, through that bottom, like the southern wall of the room. It's an opening, and you can see into it easily enough. It's like another entryway. I mean, you can't see the whole room, but you can see, there's like a fountain in the middle. You would have seen that before. So there's just like a 10-foot wide kind of archway, and then you can see through that, like another kind of entryway area. And I don't know from like where you've been how much of that room you would see, but you'd see there's definitely like a fountain kind of dead center. Maybe not center like north to south, but centered on the door, as it were. Yes. Are you going upstairs? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean so I'm sorry, let me come back to your map because I was looking at the other one. Where are you looking for a door? Uh, yeah, let me look. Yeah, you do not see a door on either side. On either side. The wall does curve down around the stair. So it's possible that it's somewhere else. The door goes somewhere else. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bite the bullet, as it were. Uh,
Oh, you poor DM.
I 100% know what I'm doing.
I know for a fact. I feel like you definitely were like only on a nat 20. Is this ever gonna do it?
I feel complete confidence.
You'll nail it.
Okay, Corlin, you there?
Yep.
Oh man, I can't hear you. You're cutting out. No, just kidding. Okay.
Kicks Corlin.
You're,
Like, look, I know it was a nat 20, but also, like, she's a paladin and she's not a cleric, so, you know, I don't expect a lot. That's okay.
no, that's fine. And you had asked about this moon thing, right?
Yes, if the wild mother could give me any signs if she knew what the moon was, because by looking for a specific moon and not the moon.
Yeah. You feel like a warm kind of comforting breeze that is noticeable because it's winter and it's cold. But you don't see any kind of sign. Like you don't get
Okay.
any kind of anything at the moment.
Well, that's all.
And then as you're getting ready to leave, out from like just some part of the garden, because it, like I said, it's kind of a wild and crazy looking garden.
Mm-hmm.
A small black cat kind of kind of creeps up beside you, kind of curls around your leg, and then just hops up into your lap and starts purring.
Ah, Kichu, you're so cute.
And the cat
Skunk.
kind of blinks up at you, has very, very pretty eyes. They, which I totally know what color. Um, Jeez. Just like kind of really pretty golden colored eyes, beautiful, kind of almond shaped. Um, this is the cat that has a pretty face. Like cats are always cute. Sometimes you see one that has like those little round kind of teddy bear faces.
Mhm.
This one has that, and then just like very pretty kind of almond eyes. And it just kind of cuddles down in your lap and is purring, kind of hunkering into you for warmth.
She's gonna gently hug it back and pet it. And just be like, oh, you're just so cute, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're so cute, and it's so cold out here. You poor thing.
And it just nuzzles and purrs.
This is prime. Man, everyone's missing out on this. I know Locke would steal you in a heartbeat, which I mean is probably not good. We've got a lot of animals at this point. We're a walking zoo. But oh my goodness. Oh wait, I can do a thing. Cast speak with animals.
Right. You say,
What?
ooh, you might want to leave and come back unless are people because Locke is saying you were cut out. That was a while ago. Okay, never mind. All right, never mind. You're good. What do you say?
Oh,
You can't speak with animals?
yeah, I cast speak with animals.
The cat kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey, what's up?"
Hi. What's up? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. It's getting chilly, but it's a good place to live. What about you?
I'm just hanging out here. I was trying to talk to the wild mother,
Oh
normal
yeah.
things.
Oh yeah, I know. Uh, no, I don't. No, that's not true. Who's the wild mother?
She is a pretty lady who protects and controls all the forest and nature and wildlife, and it's just great. She's a fantastic lady.
Oh, she doesn't control me. I'm a cat.
Well, I mean, like, she cares about you.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, everyone should care about me.
I mean, you're completely, right. Like, they really should.
Yeah,
But, like,
I'm pretty
that's.
sure. I'm pretty sure that I'm kind of the center of everything, you know?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you walk into a room and it's like everyone's head's turn, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Most
so,
glorious natural 20 ever.
what are you doing here?
I was just praying, because okay, so listen here. I, I had a weird dream, right? Totally weird. I got turned into a wolf.
Oh man, I don't like wolves.
I mean, I was cute, and it was still me. I just looked like a wolf.
You're okay. You're okay. I mean, you're not a wolf anymore, so that's all right.
Yeah. Um, and I was running, and then I went into a mountain, and then I went up in the mountain, and then I found this like lake, but it smelled like the ocean. It was real weird, and there was a glowy person there, and they were just glowing and going.
Well,
And
I like light. Yeah, sometimes I like to sit in it. Sometimes I like to chase it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sitting in it, just having those rays on you, the best feeling.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then,
so this glowy person just in there, and I sit down, we're talking, and they're like, "You gotta go find the moon." And I'm looking up, and I'm like, "Well, the moon is already there, but apparently that's not the moon they want me to look for. I gotta look for a different moon."
oh, well, that's too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
where are you looking?
Well, I mean, I only just had the dream last night, so I asked my friends. They didn't know. So I was like, well, why don't I ask my goddess? Because, she's a cool lady. She's gotta know stuff. But, you know, you can't just talk to a goddess, I was trying my best, but I just ain't there yet. So I mean I got a little like warm breeze. It's like, hey, I see you're doing a good job, but can't talk to you. I'm like that's okay, I understand.
Well, I mean, but lucky you got to see me. I don't just let anybody see me. I'm pretty great.
I mean, no, that's definitely true. You think like she let me see you?
No, no, I let you see me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you control yourself.
I do. But I'm kind of like the answer to your prayer, right? Because you wanted a miracle, and here I am.
Well, I mean, do you know anything about the moon?
I mean, it's round sometimes,
Yeah.
and sometimes
I
it
mean,
isn't.
do you know where I could find it?
Nighttime?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that look like the moon, though, right? Like over here, this mushroom, he kind of goes over to, he hops off your lap and goes over, and there's a mushroom that has just like the round part of the mushroom. He kind of bats at it and then sneezes because of the mushroom spores that kind of fly up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
then
I
it
probably
kind of
wouldn't
goes
do that.
into a sneezing fit. Uh,
Oh no.
and then he like glares at you a little bit, and he looks at you and he goes, "You saw nothing." And then he kind of winds his way back around to you and hops back up in your lap.
You saw nothing.
You're right. I didn't see anything. I was too busy looking up in the sky.
That's right. Only that's not the moon. That's the sun. I know that because I'm smart.
Yes, you are very smart, and boy, that is the sun.
hmm I wouldn't look at it too much, though. It's not good for you.
Really? Is that so? Is that how do you know that?
Well, because when I look directly at the sun, I can't see myself, and that's not good.
Oh, that you're right. That's not good. So you think that maybe I should just look for like round things, and maybe I'll find a moon?
I think you'd find the moon up in the sky, but I think you're pretty lucky to have found me.
Hmm. What color are the cat's eyes again?
Yellow.
Are
Like
they
gold.
yellow like the moon was?
The moon was not. If you remember, the
It was like
moon
a brass.
brown, yeah, kind of brownish,
Eh.
different shades of brown. You know, thanks for warming me up. I'll tell you what though, I got other places I gotta be. There's a sunbeam out there with my name on it. So,
Oh, oh yeah, totally. No, I understand. You got a busy schedule. That's not calling your name. You
I
go on ahead. I thank you for your time and your company. It was very welcomed, and I do hope I run into you again.
probably not, but it's time for
Oh,
my morning nap, so
okay. Well, have a good day.
hey, and you know, if I do run into you, one of the least annoying people I think I've ever met.
You know what? That is the best compliment I've ever been given. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is. Right. You have a nice day. And he
Thank
kind of
you.
Chris's off. There you go. There's your nat 20. All right. Let's scoot on back around. How's it going? Catnap. Catnap the nat 20.
Yeah.
So, all right. Indy, it's your turn. Okay. You go to um, the Seven Sisters, to the Church of Ayun, right? Or where do you go? I guess I could ask that. I just couldn't figure that's where you'd research. No, not Saloon, not Saloon, Ayun. That's your person. The whole building is a library. Like there's some secret Cobalt Soul library, but there's also just straight up books everywhere. Okay. Do you look, where do you look? Like, do you look in the general library area, or do you go like to the Cobalt Soul part of it, or what? It's not just stuff about the Cobalt Soul. It's stuff that they don't want to be out in the public. Okay. Uh, okay. You see a young, uh, half-elven woman with auburn hair, kind of pulled up into a bun. Um, and she smiles when she sees it and lets you, into the and she allows you kind of down, like you can take kind of the elevator down on your own. Um, and you find your way down into kind of the back area. Uh, Go ahead and roll investigation. I can tell you, I'm looking at you right now. Investigations plus 0. Okay. And you're looking for what specifically again? Okay. You find a a section that kind of talks about uh, the ethereal plane. Um, and it has more like information about if you're in the ethereal plane, travel is weird. This is where people's consciousness go when they dream. Uh, there are You can get lost there. I mean, it's just sort of general information. It's a weird place to live. And you can basically kind of like will anything into existence, and at some point you acclimate, and you can start like sub- subsisting on the kind of ethereal fog that exists there. But like it's tempting to just not go back because you can just imagine yourself like a friend and that kind of thing. So you've learned a little bit about dreams and like just how where dreams are, and how they exist. But you don't find anything specifically referencing any kind of communication through dreams. You probably find some things about like just general, like various different um, prophetess dreams. Um, no, this is more just the ethereal plane in general. You kind of find some information on. Yeah, prophetic dreams. That's the right word. Well, that's not the right word at all. Prophetic dreams. Um, yeah, just the ethereal realm is where dreams exist. You can actually physically go there, but it can be kind of easy to lose yourself in there. Um, and that is why it's dangerous to go there. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20. And basically, you can roll your. What are you practicing? I guess I should ask before. You can find somebody to practice with there. You find uh, a young man with kind of platinum blonde hair, just very, very light blonde hair. And he i- introduces himself. His name is Eric, and he is very happy to practice with you. He is able to do a couple things. He can move more quickly um, than you, which is impressive because you're fast. But he's also able to hit you in a way that kind of like rattles you to the point where you can't move. Um, and he starts helping you practice. Like he basically kind of points out, different places in the body that you can hit somebody, um, and have like either knock the wind out of them or like cause immense pain or like kind of almost like hitting somebody's funny bone where it's like their nervous system might be just completely overwhelmed to the point where um they can't uh just function for a little bit. They just have to stop because like they're kind of overloaded, that kind of thing. So he points out several different places. And you practice with him for a little bit. Uh, Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say roll it. and add your wisdom modifier just to see how well you learned this. Yeah, I don't know. I forget. Yeah, I think that's something that you get. I don't think you have it. Yeah, you have it already. Yeah, you get that 4th level, I think. No, this is him kind of prepping you for Stunning Strike, essentially. Go ahead and roll and add your wisdom modifier. Alright, so you do okay. Like you're not hitting every time, but you understand how it's supposed to work. I mean, it will definitely take more practice. Roll again, because he's helping you. I forgot you should have rolled with advantage. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, that's a level up feature anyways. Like you're gonna get it eventually. Like you understand how it's supposed to work. Like it's either like it's something that's basically gonna like completely throw them off for a little bit in various different ways. But you're not quite always hitting the right spots. You're hitting like near them, like you know vaguely where they should be. You have to hit them in the right way. To get that reaction. Like for some of them, it's like just a really hard kind of just punch, but in a place that's going to hurt. And for others, it's like you have to use your fingers kind of flat and extended and kind of jab your hand in there almost like a knife. Like to just dig in and get into like a group of cluster of nerves, that kind of thing. So like you get it some of the time. You definitely like you're getting it, but you're not there yet. But it's good practice. All right. And then we will swing on back to Kyrian.
Um, I don't really have anything that Kieran would be doing. He would be just kind of, like I said, practicing, bumming around, hanging out. Doesn't really have anything to work on right now. Yeah, so unless someone else has something to do with Kyrian or needs Kyrian for something, I think you can just ignore me.
We will we'll go back to Locke then. I just didn't want to leave you guys for any long period of time.
You're fine.
If there was something you wanted to get to accomplish. Okay. So back to Locke. Woo! I don't remember where you are. Why you're not on this floor. That's why. Okay. And you went up the stairs, and I am looking at the right thing so I can tell you what you see. Ah, you can't see what you see. There you go. Okie dokie. So you go upstairs. There is no floor in the center. Like basically that entryway hall with the circular kind of curved stairways is open up to the 2nd floor. Yep, beats in the middle, and there is a long hallway that goes, from what you can tell, like all the way to the outer walls of the building on both sides, because you can see windows. You do see a guard on the western end of the hallway that's turning and walking back. It doesn't appear to be doing anything other than like just making rounds. So they are at the far end of the hallway, like at the extreme kind of western end, turning around and like heading back towards you. When they notice you, they'll kind of, give you a nod. There is a door, like there's a double door in the center that would be kind of right the center of the circular room below. It'd be like basically the same place that the dining room door was, but up. Nope, you walked up the stairs. All right. The dining room on the first floor is in the center east west. Right, like the I don't know that it lines up perfectly. Hang on. It does. You think it does. Like basically the wall that this door is in would be the same, a continuation of the wall that is the like the southern dining room wall. Um, and there is a set of double doors into somewhere um, that would be right above the double doors for the dining room. Does that make sense now? Yes, dead center. They are. There's a guard at the far end of the hallway, at the very end of the hallway on the western side of the house, walking back towards you. There's a hallway that is 10 foot wide that runs from west to east. Yes, like you're in the hallway right now. Your hallway is not, no, the hallway runs west to east. Yes. And in the wrong place. Like the landing is part of the hallway. So where it says landing from first floor. Dang it, because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so yeah, that's the top of the stairs. Yeah, that's the top of the stairs, and that goes east and west as a hallway. Yeah. Yeah. So that square above that you don't need. And it's about 10 feet wide. I will do it. You got it. So you're like standing in the hallway, and to your right and left, to the east and to the west, it extends out in a very long 10-foot wide hallway. So it goes very long, but it's 10 feet, kind of north to south, 10 feet. Yeah. There you go. It's beautiful. I'm sure you bumped something. I'm not going to judge you because I've seen your paintings, so I know you're more artistic than me. Um, so yes, that's better. Um, Okie dokie. With a mouse and roll 20. But the door in front of you is open. The double door in front of you is open. You can roll perception. You're not, yeah, you're not in it yet, so I'm gonna say perception. Well, I went to the wrong thing. It does not appear to be quite as wide, but you feel like that's more because it's the second floor and less because there's anything like on the other side of it. It looks to be as wide, but not as tall. So it looks to be about 30 feet wide, but only 20 feet north to south. Yeah, so 30 by 20. Okay. It is a library. So you see a bunch of books and then like some comfy chairs, some decorations and stuff. Yep, he's kind of strolling back from the end of the hallway towards your direction. The back end of the hallway. Okay, there's a window in the center of the back wall, just so you know. One window. Everything else is kind of lit by lit by lanterns and stuff like that. Yeah, and you could light a lantern if you wanted to. That's fine. Okay. Uh, he passes you and heads downstairs. Okay. I'm gonna have you roll stealth, just not because there's any, not for any particular reason. Well, just to make sure you're not like stomping all over the place. Okay, yeah, it's fine. So down that hallway, you see first of all, the hallway is about like what's you think it's the full length of the house because you see a window on either end of it. And there are three doors. There is one door on the northern wall of the hallway towards the end, and then there is another like two on the southern wall of the hallway. One that's not quite halfway down, like a little bit further east than halfway down, and then one that's at the very end, kind of near the window. Go ahead and roll perception. Okay. You hear some kind of chatting, giggling, talking. Okay, so the first one would be the door on the south wall. The second one would be the one on the northern wall. Mm-hmm. Roll again then. Are you sure that that's what you rolled? Okay. I mean, you don't hear anything. Okay. You see a well adorned kind of sitting room. You see there's a window in the northern wall, like one central window, and a door on the eastern wall. I'm gonna sneeze. Yep, it's like right in the center of the northern wall. There's a window. There's a door, not like just north of center, not centered. Um, there are some kind of personal effects, uh, kind of strewn around the room, and uh, all right. It appears to be somebody's private quarters. And you can just tell, like, there's like a jacket flung over something, and so it just appears to be somebody's private room, uh, or at least part of it, like a sitting room area. Hmm. Okay. Roll perception. You don't hear anything. It is locked. Okay. Okay. You hear somebody in there. It sounds like a lot of people. It sounds like maybe one or two people, but there's somebody kind of bustling around in there, kind of talking. Um, with that roll, I mean, they sound like they're telling someone what to do. So you're guessing that there's probably like this is somebody in there with maybe they're in there with some servants, uh, and they are, uh, having the servants help them with something, whatever that might be. You do. You head down. You see two doors. There's one kind of towards the middle. I want to say like if the double doors into the library, if you start on like right where they end and go to the very end, there's like one on the northern wall that's about like about ish midway down. I'm not on the page. I forgot to have you roll for like dimensions and stuff like that. Go ahead and roll for the room that you did go in. It's just roll an investigation is fine. 24. Yeah, so I'll just tell you the dimensions that you drew look fine. Close enough. Yeah. Okay. And so Wolfgang. Ooh. Yeah. All right, so there's that, and then there's one at the end of the hall, not right up next to the window, but just like a few feet away from the window that is at the end of the hallway. Oh no. Like on the southern wall, but it's closer to the end. Yep. You don't see anyone coming up the stairs. Uh, you can roll perception to see kind of what you noticed in the entryway room. Okay. I mean, you see people kind of moving around a little bit. Again, kind of cleaning, like deep cleaning, organizing. You did see a young woman coming up the stairs. Uh, appeared to be some sort of servant. Go ahead and roll perception at disadvantage. Okay, yeah, you're pretty sure there's no one in there. And that's the one in the north? Okay. Uh, you. It's another. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you about this. Yeah, it's another sitting room area. There is a window in the northern wall, like right in the center. It's about the same size as the other one, kind of mirrors it. Yep. There's nobody in the sitting room. There are personal effects. You're not okay, so you're doing that, you're not okay, that's fine, just making sure. Yeah, you hear go ahead and roll. Let's see what you hear. Go ahead and roll perception. Uh, you hear the sound of footsteps kind of coming down the hallway in your direction. It is not. The door behind you is opening. Okay. Uh, you it's enter in the room. Uh, right, the one on the western side of the sitting room, correct? Yeah, sorry, they mirror. It mirrors. That's my fault. I'm on a different map. Hold on. Yes, that is where you are. You are in a bedroom. The bed is unmade. Um, there's a window in the center of the wall. Yep, in kind of the center of the northern wall, and you hear the footsteps crossing in the sitting room towards uh the I mean, I will tell you, you hear the footsteps coming towards the door that you just entered. That you oh, okay. Oh, okay. Uh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you open the door, and the young woman who had been coming up the stairs earlier screams and drops uh, a pile of sheets of clean sheets. Uh, and she goes, "Oh my God, sir, you startled me. I'm so sorry. I was just coming up to, well, you know, anyways." And she's like on the floor, kind of picking everything up. Uh, you hear her crying behind you.
Ooh.
You're fine.
Make him away.
The one. Yeah, like I'm an authority figure with no voice. Yeah. No, I know. That's why it's very funny to me. You're like, I just mime everything. Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth. Okay, you're fine. It wasn't even that high, but you're extra fine. Um, so that's fine. Yeah, you spend the rest of the day doing what you're actually supposed to be doing, what you're getting paid for. Uh, and you're fine. You make it home. Uh, okay. Um, okay, yeah, I am going to. So I will go to this map here. I think I might end up immediately changing this. Indy, you're up here. Whee! Corlin, where did you go after your awesome nat 20?
Um, does Coraline know that she's close to where the party's going to be held?
I don't know that you got a tour of that part of town. Locke, did she get a tour of that part of town? You took them up to Seven Sisters, you took them to the Havens. Okay, so we're gonna say no.
Okay. Because she knows that her job is to be interesting. So she was gonna go by and be like, "Oh well, she sees her already, and she's just walking away." Then it'll
Okay.
be like, "Oh my God, who was that?"
Well, that's maybe you can do that on another day then, because
Because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Yes. Okay, I go home. Locked home.
You do. Tyrion is in his room
Mm-hmm.
practicing.
The moody
flute.
teenager. Yes.
The flute, not the lute. And then, I mean, what we'll say is that, I mean, Indy will show up. Was there anything else you wanted to do before you came home? All right, so you are back. So all three of you are at Locke's house. Indy, didn't you want to practice hide and seek?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so later. All right. So if you guys didn't want to do anything before dinner, we can go back to Locke then. What did you want to do before you came back home? Roll history. You can't think of anything specific. I mean, in fact, you're pretty sure. I mean, there are relics or like of Saloon, but they're not necessarily moon shaped. Like it's not necessarily so on the nose, as it were. So, I mean, as far as you know, no. Okay, so you can go to the Church of Ioun and roll. Okay, what are you asking for specifically? It's free. Go ahead and roll investigation with advantage. You. So what you're are you looking in regards to just Saloon, or what specifically are you looking for? Mm-hmm. You don't find anything specific. There is a staff that you find out about that does have like a crescent moon symbol on it. That's like you don't even know. You just vague references to it, kind of like you're not sure what it is, and it might just be pictures. That's kind of what you find. You find some pictures, and in one of them, there's like a person holding a staff that has a moon on it. But that could also just be, it could just be a thing. Like it could just be art, like the artist's interpretation, if that makes sense. You don't find anything specific about a moon relic. Sure, it's not super late. You started work early and you end early as a result. So you get back by like 3 or 4. You did get up at 2. So it's been a 13-hour day. And you find the girls playing hide and seek, I guess, or not.
Kyrian is making dinner.
And Kyrian making dinner.
That hurt my feelings. For Locke? Nope. Making food. Just the chopping slows.
That not okay?
Should I not? All right. You don't know everything about me, Locke. I didn't know you could do magic. I definitely didn't react like. I feel like magic was a bigger surprise than the fact that I can feed myself. All right. He goes back to cooking. He's just softly humming as he does it.
That was thing.
Yeah, Kyrian is officially the moody teenager of the party.
Yep.
You know,
Kyrian,
if
what?
you wrote all your personal secrets down in a book and then took the time to set up that, like bait and switch, and then someone read both of them, I feel like you'd be upset too.
Well,
You don't understand. I was so proud of that idea of, oh, I'll make a journal that has some stuff in it and leave that out. And then I'll also hide one under the bed. And you're like, 26 investigation. I was like, Hello,
Right.
darkness, my old friend.
Kyrian, go ahead and roll survival for cooking.
Yes, ma'am. 17.
Okay, it's fine. It's good food. It would have been very funny if Kyrian had been like sad all day and then was like, I can take care of myself, mom, and then just cook a garbage meal.
Just crap, just like burnt mac and cheese.
Yeah.
How did you burn spaghetti? I don't know.
Like I
tastes
microwaved
good,
this food
okay?
with the Easy Mac.
This is how I like it.
Don't judge me. You don't know my life.
Crunchy.
It's not a phase, Mom.
I didn't want to take off the plastic wrap before I stuck it in the microwave.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
yummy.
that was bad. Okay.
No, it's good. It's good. I didn't get what I wanted. That's okay. I'll live.
Yeah, so he serves that, and he brings out 2 out of the 3 bottles of alcohol that he has, not the special sauce, and sets them out on the table for anyone who would want them.
Yeah. Yeah. Corlin's brain hurts. She doesn't want to think
no.
anymore.
Maybe the alcohol will jog some kind of idea. I don't know.
You know, at this point, I don't even know if I want an idea. You know, I tried to pray, and I didn't expect much. I didn't get much. I did meet a cool cat. Like they were definitely cool. However, man, oh man. Oh, I didn't steal it.
Yes,
Honestly,
because that would be the most outlandish thing y'all have done as far as animals go. There's a giant owl in your roof, Locke.
the roof. It's in the
In
attic.
the attic. What? Mincing words is my specialty, alright?
Well, anyways, for your information, he wanted to stay in there.
Really?
Yeah, we asked him what he wanted to do, and he wanted to hang out in there during the day, and then, we asked him if he wants to go hang out at night, he wanted to hang out with us. We asked for consent.
Mm. And then Kyrian just slowly turns his head and looks at Indy. Interesting notion.
Okay, so most of the time, we do try our best, but obviously we are humanoids, and, we make mistakes.
Yep. Well, you know what they say. What?
What?
No, I wasn't. Oh, Locke. I wasn't looking at you. I was.
Orb?
Indy broke into my room and read my shit. Yeah, it's on brand. Time out.
We only saw one page.
No.
Oh, fuck. I'm so
Hold
sorry. I
on.
was talking about the moon. The thing I saw wasn't a crescent. But no, I appreciate the help. It is very appreciated, Locke. Thank you. That's okay too. I appreciate it so much.
If I could just rewind for a second.
Rewind, okay.
Right. Now I mentioned to Locke I wasn't talking to you. I was talking about Indy broke into my room and read through some of my shit. And
Yeah.
then you Corlin,
Yes.
said we only saw a little bit.
Well, yeah, because I mean, she told you we broke in, right?
She told me she broke in. What did you read?
What did I read? I
And
mean, there was.
he kind of like puts his face into his hands as he's asking and just starts wiping his eyes.
Oh, honey. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What did you read?
I didn't touch anything. If that makes you feel, that probably doesn't make you feel better.
Not especially.
It was on the floor. Your handwriting is very lovely.
Hmm.
Very nice penmanship.
Is that so? Indy. You found the other one.
Egg.
I
That
need
lock.
you to not lie to me about this. What languages do you speak? I'm sorry. More important, I guess, what languages can you read? Do I believe you?
You can.
Yes. That you'll have to. I mean,
When you read the journal, the one that you could read, it was in Elvish.
yeah.
Yes. I don't know if Kirian would believe you or not. I feel like he would. Okay.
I mean, that first one, Celestial, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nifty.
Kirian picks up his glass and takes a sip and just, so do you enjoy it? Why not? Hmm. Hmm. And since you speak Elvish, what'd you think of the first page of the other one? Hmm.
You know, it does make a lot of sense because we were noticing that you were staring at her a lot. I thought it was because of her, but apparently that is not.
Whoa,
the
time out,
case.
time out, time out. What? No, no, we can't. What do you mean it makes sense? We thought, what?
Yeah.
Indy?
Well, you kept staring at her.
Oh. He puts his hand back in his or his head back in his hands and then kind of runs his hand through his hair. No,
This is
I
why
don't.
communication is
Yeah, no
is
shit.
key.
Usually
I'm
you
sorry.
communicate before you go snooping through shit. Not
We
not
did.
after.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think why explain to me why this makes sense now? Because I'd rather fill in the gaps and get this over with.
What? Wait. well, I mean, we were when we were in there, we only saw we didn't touch that book, so it was only the first page. But I guess Indy just looks like somebody you used to know, and that's why he kept staring at her. When I thought you just wanted to, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, get to know her better, but that was, in fact, not the case. It seems like.
Definitely not.
I mean, Indy is very pretty, though.
Yep.
So it would be understandable if you wanted to, but
Wow. Yes, she resembles someone that I used to know.
yeah. So that's what I meant by it made sense. Again, I'm very sorry. But yeah. Oh my God, Lau.
Kyrian slowly starts to put his hand up for a high five, unsure if this is a good thing or bad thing.
No, put your hand down. No.
Oh, bad. Bad context. Bad. Got it.
What would a good text be?
Oh.
Oh.
Locke, you
Oh
should have
my
just walked
God.
away. Locke, Locke, next time, stick your nose up, act like you belong, and walk with purpose. People move. Well, then you picked the right guy to masquerade as. Congratulations. And he.
Oh.
Locke, you made plenty of people cry when we were kids. When did you get soft? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Help me. Oh my God. Wait, you were kids? You were kids and you were drunk?
Uh, not the whole time.
Oh my God. Well,
I grew
I
up
mean,
on a pirate ship. I've been drinking since I could speak.
oh no. Is that.
That's not true. There was that one time in Seabreeze.
Uh,
Uh, hey, Rat.
yeah. Okay.
Did you ever cast Detect Magic?
Oh.
Lock. That's fair. I can teach it to you sometime. It's all right. You can show me. You can show me some. It's okay. Nothing to be upset about. Nothing to be upset about. I'm new to it too. It's not basic. It's just actually it's the first spell I learned, but it's only because I kind of needed to.
You're doing great, sweetie. Don't you worry about it. Look at all this progress you've made.
I'll help you learn a spell like that, and you can help me learn some of your more explosive magic. I still don't have a whole lot of that. More your ice and, you know. Oh no. All right.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Well,
Oh.
do you have any
Uh,
like illusionary spells? You could always create images. So no. So
that's really cool.
right. It's all right. This will be enough. We'll figure it out. And speaking of figure it out, I feel like I've been preparing for something that I'm still very in the dark about. And if that's intentional, that's fine. But I'm still not completely sure what the hell we're doing and who we're stealing from. Well, yeah, I gathered that.
Indeed.
The name of it's a Kayan.
All right. I just would like to know what we're doing. Like, all I know is we're stealing something. I don't even know what it is. I kind of just y'all told me that you could use my help, and I was all for it because, me and Locke, but I feel a little blind, to be completely honest. Hmm.
It's not a necklace. It's a pocket watch. Yeah.
Do you have any way to show it to me? Because I can find things pretty damn well.
You were in 3 Rivers
So
forward.
it's a pocket watch, right?
No, they showed it to you.
I'll probably doodle it.
Oh, reason number 400 that I wish I had detect thoughts. Maybe I should get that spell at some point. Anyway, I mean, possibly. The more familiar I am with it, the better chance it has of working. But I mean, if I'm familiar enough with it, I can cast a spell, and as long as it's somehow nearby, I'll find it. I mean, or I could point you in the right direction. Yeah, I gotta do some speaky shit, some hand waving, and also gotta, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of, yeah. Okay, maybe. Uh, I've, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing for me is that I need to know what y'all really want me to do. I'm kind of I feel like I can be whatever role y'all need me to be. I can do quite a few odd things, but I want to be helpful, I suppose. So we want you and I to be the actual ones who snatch it. I like it. I'm
That's
pretty
yeah.
stealing shit is kind of a speciality of mine. I can also turn whoever has it invisible. Out of character, it counts as casting a spell. I mean, does anybody have any real? I mean, you two are casters, and you're much better at it than I am. Do you have any kind of real big teleportation type magic? I mean, mine's pretty short range, but I can move a little bit. You know, I haven't really been able to break through, so to speak. I'm stuck with semi-minor effects. I def I definitely I definitely think I definitely think the nat of somebody who goes in first should cast something minor, just to find out if they've got something different going on that night. Because if, say that Corlin's talking this lady up, say that Corlin's talking this lady up and she tries to, you can make flowers, right? Is that is that a magical? Are you casting a spell? Oh, my bad.
It is. It is.
Okay. Um, she could try and, hand her a flower, and if it works, then it works, and it's very charming. And if it doesn't, then she could just act all bashful and, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was against the rules tonight. Yeah, worst case scenario, I can. I'm very good at getting away. Bit of a, yeah. All right. Perfect. And on top of that, to add a little bit, I sat outside your work the first day and I just kind of spent some time looking around the area. I noticed a balcony outside of the garden, and this lady's tabaxi, right? I noticed a tabaxi woman. I'm not certain if it's the same woman. I don't know what she looks like. Head out in kind of a gown, a robe, leisure wear, and if I had to guess, maybe that's her room. And if I had something extremely powerful, I feel like I'd hide it in my room. So that might be a place to start. We could honestly try and find it from outside the party, figure out where it is in the house before we even go in. The spell has some distance on it, so if,
Hang on. I'll switch you to the right map.
I'm on the right map, I think.
I get it. I'll switch
I'm
me.
pinging it. Kyrian points to this balcony. Right, Megan? That's where she came
Yep.
out?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she.
You can infer whatever you want.
Tell us. No, I'm just kidding. Um, well, here's the thing. Worst case scenario, it is just on display. And in that event, we're going to have to be a little less discreet. I feel like that's either a we wait till after the party or we're making some kind of uh, big diversion. And I have something for that. I can make a big old cloud. Um, but once I do that, it's not really, it's pretty obvious that I'm doing it. It's not like they're gonna wonder who did it when they watch me exhale a giant cloud of fog. But that's an option. You know, I could do that, and then I have my way of getting out. Indy could grab it, take off. I could continue distracting, and once she's out, I could get my own way out. But no matter what, I do think if we get this, the moment that we are out, we're going to the ship and we're out of here. I don't think we should spend more time in this place than we have to. Unless you have to drop that off. Does your order have places elsewhere that we could go instead to give it to them, or does it have to be here in Motara? Perfect. Just in case, you know, we do have to do this loud. I'd prefer that we're able to immediately leave and head to where we have to. Especially if this thing is extremely powerful. The less time we have it in our hands, probably the better. Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you and I go looking and we find this pocket watch and there's other things of interest, I might take something. I don't know that. All right. I don't have magic like that.
Um,
Uh, I don't know if we want to walk in with a scroll, if that's what you mean.
well, are you looking for something to detect or to dispel? You want dispel?
I can find it. I can't dispel it. I'll know it. I'll know if it's guarded. I just won't have necessarily a way to get around it. Which might be all we need, honestly, because at that point we know it's grab it and go. Locke, you can send messages magically? Could you maybe, do you think we have enough time before now and then that you could maybe teach me how? I feel like having both groups know that would be really helpful. Awesome. All right. I mean, I'd put it in a lead box, but if she doesn't know about magic, she probably doesn't know about that. And worst comes to worst, I can always try and find a lead box. A lead. And he holds up his skull necklace. If I try and find this with this spell and it's inside a lead box, the spell doesn't work at all. But I can find is paper thin. If there's it has to be it has to block a direct path. So if your pocket is entirely lined and you could maybe get a zipper on it, also made of lead. Once you put it in there, it's no one's finding it.
Like it's a thin piece of lead, or if you have like
it could be paper thin. I mean, is the thinnest piece of lead will ruin this spell.
But there's also, if it's like an inch or so of like just a common metal, if that's easier too.
That won't do anything.
It will. I know. I tried with Papa. 1 inch common metal. Can't find shit.
Out of character. Out of character.
Out of character, I have this spell and I'm looking at it right now.
The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object.
But it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Oh, mine doesn't have that on it.
Oh,
You're
maybe
right.
mine's different.
Nope, you're right.
Mine might not have the complete description. That's okay. Yeah, none of that. I mean, I could, in that case, I think it's best if I have the lead pocket because I have this ring. And I can, right, I can put my ring in there. And I can always just put it back on if we need it. Corlin, what is yours from?
Detect magic. You guys are talking about 2 different things.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about locate object.
Me? I'm dumb. I came
was
into
so
the.
confused. I was
I'm
so
so
confused.
sorry.
I was like, this spell's pretty accurate.
I'm sorry. It's my mistake.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I was also thinking that because this detect magic is through her race and not actual like magic, I was thinking maybe it was just wrong, but no, it was just I was thinking you were talking about this, you're talking about something else, and I'm just dumb. Ignore me, rewind that.
No, it's okay. I do think it's a good idea, though. I think we should all go with the pockets. Or maybe not. Maybe that's suspicious, but if y'all want me to have the pockets since I have the ring. Mm-hmm. Fair. All right. So tomorrow, Locke, I'll go with you. Make sure the spell works. Then you leave your coat here, and I'll take it with me, and we'll go get some lead lining in a pocket for each of us. And then the rest of the days we'll spend trying to learn up these spells in preparation. Then we should be good. Do we need a code word for if everything goes crazy? Like pancakes or crabs? And the night before, we're putting everything on the ship.
Wait, Philip! Wait, how many... Philip is big. How many of us could Philip hold?
Who is Philip?
He's the giant owl.
Oh, I didn't know the owl had a name.
He didn't have a name?
Kyrian wasn't here.
Anyways,
wasn't here when you guys did all this.
I thought we explained it to you. Oh. Well, his name's... Yeah. But...
Yes.
But... Philip is really big. Philip could help us if we need a quick way out. Because it's... I mean, he's big. He's carried me and Locke.
I mean, if on the off chance that it is in that room that had the balcony, Indy and I could always ride away on a bird, I guess.
Because, like, if before the party, you know, y'all know where the building's at, you could take Philip out one night, show him where to go, and be like, hey, this day that we're gonna go out, you know, just be like roaming around, but stay in this area or like on a building somewhere and keep an eye out, and if you see us, come in and swoop and get us.
I mean,
Yeah, I totally
yeah.
teach you that.
And I'll show him, if you can talk to him for me, I'll show Philip a certain note I'll play on this. And if he hears that, he can come down.
Okay, yeah. We can definitely talk to Philip, but we gotta ask if he's okay with, you know, this, if he'll be willing to help us. And then if he's okay with that, then, you know, we give him a 1-2 and tell him everything.
Cue montage of all these things happen.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
We're prolonging our death. So
I want to do it so bad. Like I leave so unsatisfied every time because I'm like, this is gonna be the one. Like we're gonna add an extra 4 hours to this session. So for for DM purposes,
Yes.
How much would it cost Kyrian to get lead line pockets for him and Locke?
Yeah, lead line pockets is gonna be weird because lead is not like it's malleable, but it's not malleable.
I mean,
Like,
even if it's just a small lead box, that would be big enough for this timepiece that Indy describes, that we can keep in our pockets. That's fine too.
right, so let's do this because it's 8:45. This is gonna happen next week. You guys are gonna get to do the heist next week.
Yes.
Anything you want to buy? I mean, we can knock that out at the beginning, but go ahead and like. Yeah, okay, we can do. We can. You're going to the Cobalt Soul for what?
Neither do I.
$4K. Oh my goodness.
I'm here. My dog's barking. So I left right after I asked you what you wanted from the Cobalt Soul. You can drop it off anywhere. And then as far as anything you guys want to buy, yeah, you're not going to get lead line pockets. You're not. I mean, I guess there would probably be a magic way to do that, but it would cost a lot of money. But as far as maybe a small lead box, that's a possibility. If there's anything you guys want to buy, hi Wolfgang.
Could
If
we
there's
just
anything
get,
you want to buy, just message me and I will. The nice thing is I work 2 days this week. I work tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'm done doobie-doo done, comma, breaking up is hard to do. So, I have time to kind of figure this out. So I can.
So just so I know, if we can't get lead line pockets, could we just get a few really thin pieces, like really, really thin sheets of lead, and just stick them in our pockets?
You could, but there's nothing. I mean, you don't know for sure that that's gonna, like, that they won't be able to see over, under, or around. You know, I think it depends on the angle. You know what I mean? Like if it's a sandwich, if it's sandwiched between them and they happen to be, first of all, like depending on the shape of the object, are they going to lay flat or are they going to, like, you know, tilt to an angle?
I'm
You know
just
what I
thinking,
mean?
like, if we could make a sandwich around it, then the only way that they'd be able to use a divination spell on it is if they were above us or under us.
Not true. There are 4 sides to a sandwich, not to mention the fact that how are you going to ensure that those sheets of lead stay absolutely 100% still and don't lean to one side or another or move around in your pocket?
Okay. I just won't do
I
that.
mean-
I think.
do what you want to. You could get sheets of lead. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that that's going to guarantee anything because it's not a solid encased in lead thing. Anything you want to buy, you feel free to get the sheets of lead. I mean, it definitely gives you a better shot. If you want to. But anything you want to buy, just let me know between now and next week.
Yeah.
I don't think that the sheets of lead is a bad idea, but do you understand what I'm saying about how if it's just a flat piece of lead and it could have to tilt to one side or another just because the object isn't square.
Yeah, I know. I had the idea that I had for the super thin sheets of lead wasn't actually a pocket.
Well, okay, then if you still want to do that, you can let me know and I will give you guys prices and we can figure that out.
I don't know. I have to think about it for a while because I don't know if it's even. It might be a really bad idea.
Okay. Okay. Well, you don't know. It could be the most amazing plan ever. So we will do the heist next time. We'll kind of race through the other stuff at the beginning. And like anything we can do ahead of time, like purchase items. Just get it to me sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So that I can, if it's something that isn't like a standard thing you buy, I can figure out prices and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to
Okay.
think.
One
Sorry,
last
like
question.
you said immediately after she said if you weren't saying but yes.
I'm sorry. If I'm gonna get a box made out of lead, do you think I'd be able to get it in the shape that I want?
You'd have
For
to
the most part.
You'd have to talk to someone. I mean, you'd have to figure that out. So let me know,
Okay.
and we'll work out the likelihood of that happening.
Okay. Okay. I don't think a ring of magic missiles will be helpful. I don't think I should start killing people.
Here's another thing that I would tell you. I mean, look through your inventory, especially not Kyrian so much because we kind of streamlined the process of him getting things. But do anyways, Kyrian. But like you guys, the rest of you have picked up a lot of flotsam and jetsam over the course of this. So please feel free to look through all of that.
I got an idea.
Okay.
If we can find somebody who's magic-y in this area and knows dispel magic, because that's what we're looking for, I have the thing that holds spells in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have a ring of spell storing?
I have a thingamajig. Yeah, it's the Ioun Stone of Reserve.
It's not.
Oh,
It orbits your head. It just orbits your head. It's not a necklace.
That's right.
you have an Ioun stone. Holy cow.
Yeah. Right now it's got 2 magnified gravities in it.
Dear God. Just damages people and slows them down. Indeed.
Yeah. But I used one spell that was in there, so
Yeah. And if you want, I can send you my spell list as well, Cortland. So if you wanted to take some of my spells,
yeah. Cause
I will.
that
take
would
them.
help. I know whenever Ildor was hanging out with us, Coralyn had said that she wanted some like distant stuff because that we have such. Coralyn has such shitty distant shit. She finally got a bow, and now I have the Thorn Whip cantrip.
Well, I
Oh
have
man!
I have an electric version of Scorching Ray, and I also have Eldritch Blast. So
Oh shit. Okay.
I think the Shocking Ray is what it is on that list. Would be pretty darn cool to have.
Yeah, as long as it's not fire. That was the problem with Ildor. Was
No, it's lightning.
he liked? Yeah, that's fine. Coralyn will not touch anything with fire.
What is that? Oh,
It's pinned. If you look at the pins,
I love magic items like that.
uh, go ahead and roll. Roll a wisdom. You want it back, but you can give it to her.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about these chalks. Holy shit.
There are more. I want chalk.
Yeah. Cast fog cloud. If it's a square.
Dude, I want chalk. Give her the orange chalk and she can turn the lock to wood and I can just blow it to hell. No, not really. I mean, it's I could also just snap it. Or she probably could. Would Locke be willing to give? I'll give it back too, but the orange chalk for now to Kyrian.
Yeah.
Can draw 20 symbols.
Roll again.
Oh no.
Advantage because he loves me.
No. He can't have this.
Hmm. Yeah, you probably wouldn't mention it then. Damn. Because we have the orange instead of the black. Oh my gosh, you have sovereign glue. You have sovereign glue.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Doesn't that require a wish spell to undo?
Or the universal solvent, the other thing.
Okay, real quick, hear me out. Could you have given the orange chalk to Indy instead? Because if locks are what we're worried about, she can turn any lock into loose soil with that. And it will just
No.
fall away.
That's not what he thought of.
Oh. Dang it. They're so cool.
Feel free to plan like on your own. I mean, and send me messages if you have questions. Yes. Oh, I gotta sign back in. Is that what the? Okay, yeah.
And how
Then
many more
yes.
days until this thing happens? 4?
If you look at the time tracker, is also pinned.
Oh,
No,
is
you
it
got some
is it
time.
marked on there?
If you look pinned, yeah, so the pink. Are you on the time tracker?
Yes. The pink is.
The pink is the holiday, and this is on that holiday. The yellow is the current day, so you got to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, basically.